What could it be? Oh wait, it's in the thumbnail.
It's in the thumbnail and the title.
Ta-da!
All right. Sorry for the delay there. I was
Not paying attention?
well, not paying attention. I was like, yeah, 6:30 we're gonna start streaming, and I forgot that I had to like plug stuff in to do that.
Echo. Echo.
That's weird.
That is weird. How bad of an echo is it? Oh, there's no echo. Maybe? No, not bad. Don't hear one. Just kidding.
What? Thought maybe the mics were up too loud, but I don't know where else. I don't think the cam link is taking in.
Maybe they were talking about the clone echo. Oh, Tommy, first Lego stream. Welcome. Rainman says it's good now. Yes, another Lego stream. Elijah Neal, Bill Brown.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any echo.
Boomstick. Who else we got in here?
Today's probably going to be a kind of a shorter stream. We had an early morning, so we're both tired.
Yeah.
Got up early to go vote. I don't remember the last time we saw 6 in the morning.
That whole ordeal was rough, and it feels like we did it yesterday because I came back home and went right back to bed.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, like, it wasn't a huge long line.
No, it looked long because we got there before the place even opened, and they had everyone socially distanced outside in line, so it looked like a long line, but it wasn't. Gonna have a lot of red and orange pieces.
A lot of lava. Well, I had to run out today because I realized like we don't have any more Star Wars Lego sets. We've got the NES that we could build, but I wanted to build something Star Warsy, so I ran out and I got 3 more sets.
See some pants.
These are Anakin's legs. That you just put them next to the fire.
Oh, good.
I'm kidding.
I have an Obi-Wan head.
Hey, you want to build Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, flames. Of course, Hilo has his bone. So
he's just chewing away under the table.
If you can hear that, that's Hilo chewing on his bone.
It's been an interesting day for him too, because we woke him up early.
Yeah. He didn't know what was going on. We hardly ever leave the house at the same time anymore, both of us. So he was very confused, I'm sure. I'm just gonna have him sitting down for now.
Okay.
Oh.
He didn't put his hair on, or?
Oh, I didn't see the hair.
What? You thought he was bald?
No.
Didn't give him a lightsaber, nothing.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah, this is one of the handful of sets that caught my eye. Got a few more new ones that should keep us going for a little while, and we need to go get that. Of course, I didn't order it on time, but I need to find the cantina somewhere. I really want to build that one, and that will take us a good long while. Mm-hmm. Multiple weeks to get through that, I'm sure.
For sure. How often do we do these streams? We try to do them once a week.
We've been pretty consistently doing them weekly. There were a few weeks in June that we kind of fell off doing them, but we're back. Working on this being continuing to be weekly. We're also working on getting a weekly Mandalorian stream going when season 2 is out. So
That's on Fridays?
That'll be Fridays. So that'll be 8 weeks of streaming Mandalorian, and the plan is to have guests on every single week, other podcasters, other YouTubers, just to talk about the new episode every week. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, we used to stream on Thursdays, but then I forget why we changed that. Was it Squadrons?
Yeah, I think we moved it back because of some Squadron stuff that was happening. And we're probably going to keep this on Wednesdays because of The Mandalorian coming out Friday. Don't want to have, I don't want our entire channel to turn into live streams.
Yeah.
So we're going to break them up throughout the week.
Yeah. Let me know in the chat if any of you guys watched Chatter, our new show. Well, Alex's new show.
It's our new show.
It's our new show, but I'm not in it. It's something brand new that we're playing around with. It's long form, basically kind of like an interview type thing while you play Squadrons. And we are going to get them uploaded to the podcast.
Yeah, since they're longer.
Since they're like this. The first one was like almost 2 hours long.
Yeah, but half of it's pretty much straight gameplay.
Okay, so that'll be shorter then.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense to have on an audio podcast so much.
Yeah.
But the interview part, I'll edit down.
So yeah, we do have a podcast, and it's like on wherever podcasts are found, Spotify. Apple, all that good stuff, but I've just been bad about uploading things to it. But since these are long form, it'd be pretty good to do on audio.
Gary Whitta was doing the Animal Crossing talk show, and he's doing one in Fall Guys now.
I can't imagine doing a Fall Guys one.
I mean, it's got to be similar to doing it in Squadrons. You're just trying to talk, and then you'll just start to trail off or focus, or that was kind of the point. And Mel proved it pretty well in our first episode. She kept swearing and stuttering, and so was I. That was what I was kind of going for. Is that it's kind of along the same lines of Hot Ones, where it's you can't quite focus exactly on what you're doing.
Cool. Okay, getting some good feedback. The podcast, I would say just search for Star Wars Explained wherever you listen to your podcasts, and it should be there. I need to check up on that.
I think that's true.
Yeah, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify. That's the only 2 places I know where to listen to podcasts. My chair keeps getting caught. Ugh. MySpace, I don't think it's on MySpace, not Napster. Sorry, Rain Man. Got some super chats. Claude Price, thanks so much for the very first super chat of the stream. How are you both? Just finished the cantina, was so much fun. Ooh.
That's okay. Good to know, because I want that as well.
We're good. We're tired.
We're good, but we're tired
of our weird schedule today. But that's cool. I'd like to know how long it took you to.
Yeah, how many bags was it? I'd be interested to know that.
That's a big set.
It does look like it. I was looking at it today because I was trying to find it if it was in a nearby store, and couldn't find it anywhere. But I wanted to see if I could pick it up, and it does. Although it's a big set, it looks like it'll compact down pretty nicely. It folds in on itself, so that's good.
18 bags.
18. All right, good.
Is that more than? No, that's not more than the
Star Destroyer. No.
We had 26 bags for that.
I think that was 50 bags. I'd have to look at I'd have to pull the instruction manual out, but it was a lot of bags. 18 sounds more along the lines of the A-wing.
Our drinks of choice for tonight. Nothing new or surprising. I've got more Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. I'm going to be so sad when all the Oktoberfest beers are gone. I need to go to we have like a bottle shop nearby. I need to go there and stock up on the kind that I really like, if they still have it. And he's almost always drinking Double Jeopardy Scofflaw IPA.
It's my quarantine beer.
Well, once quarantine's over, I think you'll probably still drink it. Or will
That's
you
true.
swear it off forever because it reminded you of
No,
quarantine
I don't
days?
think so. I'm just skeptical that we'll ever not be in quarantine.
Oh, cool! Nightbot's in here. Get your hashtag Stash Squadron merch. Yeah, we made. Well, we didn't make it. Our good friend Brian Ward, amazing
Nope.
designer.
Boomstick made this one.
Oh, did Brian Ward make one too?
He
though?
made one of the emotes that I was using.
Okay. Well, sorry. I know Boomstick is in the chat. Boomstick TV made an excellent Mustache Squadron logo, and you can find that on TeePublic for all your mustache needs. Caleb Diaz, thanks so much for the super chat. Hey guys, never stop being awesome. Here's some $sign.
Thanks, Caleb.
Thanks, Caleb.
I will, this might be controversial. I might start being slightly less awesome soon because I'm kind of getting sick of the mustache.
Guys, he's probably not going to have the mustache for much longer.
I'm trying to decide how long to hold on to it.
People were pretty devastated when the beard left, and now...
I feel like everyone knew this was temporary.
I know. Oh, people are sad.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to decide. I haven't made any decisions yet.
Oh, yeah. Isn't November... Aren't you supposed to have a mustache in November?
You can. That's an option.
Keep it till November 1st. No. I don't even want you to keep it
I know
till
you
then.
don't.
I'm not a fan.
I know you're not. I'm not really a fan.
I liked the beard okay. Like, general scruff is okay. I didn't like how long it got.
It's very stiff, and I'm trying to moisturize it, but it doesn't feel good.
I mean, yeah, it takes a while to, like, really get a good, solid, soft feeling facial hair, I think.
But I don't want people to be sad.
I know.
I don't know. I haven't made any decisions yet. I'll
F's-
give you plenty of warning so everyone can say goodbye.
F's in the chat preemptively for the mustache. But
I'm worried that it's like Samson from the Bible. He had...
you lost me already.
he had really long hair. That's how I was going to explain it. He had really long hair, and it was like the source of all of his strength, and then he cut his hair and he lost all of his strength.
Are you
So
going to
I'm
be
like,
terrible at squadrons
Yeah,
if you get rid of it?
I'm afraid. I get weirdly superstitious about some of that stuff. And I was like, when we were doing Operation Ace, if Mark forgot to do kick the tires and light the fires, I'd be like, Mark, do the thing.
Do the thing. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I wish I could cut it and then quickly grow one back, but I can't. It takes 6 weeks.
I mean, you guys all know the saying, happy wife, happy life.
You've been very kind to put up with this.
Oh, good boy, Hilo.
Hilo brought an actual toy in.
Well, it's a toy that he wants us to put food in.
Sure, but
Did you just drop that on the tripod?
yep.
Nice. I mean, you could try, for now, you could try to trim it, because it's getting, like, in your mouth.
I just want it gone. Soon. Soon. Not quite yet, but soon.
Oh, hey, what's up, Jake? Jake Berlin coming in with a super chat. Hello there. Awesome set for today. I can quote the entire sequence. Also, comm chatter is amazing. Such a great concept. Great work, guys. Claps.
Thanks, Jake. I'm hoping to do more. I've got some feelers out for some guests that I'm really excited about.
Oh, yeah, we got some good guests coming for comm chatter.
Hopefully.
Is it comm or comms?
Comm.
Because I keep calling it comms chatter. It'll be fine. Either way.
Nothing's set in stone yet, but I've got some feelers out for, I think, some exciting guests.
Oh, yeah. It would be funny if you had me on.
We could do that.
But
I think you would just start asking me how to play, though.
yeah, I'd be like,
It
wait,
wouldn't be very interesting.
what do I press? How do I do this? We'd have to do it in practice mode, and
That's fine.
it would be a whole thing. Red Tornado 98, thank you so much for the super chat. Always happy to see you here in the streams. That Jabe's boss fight drove me crazy. What's that?
It's in Squadrons.
Oh, I haven't played through the story.
It's been out over a week. I feel like that's enough people. That's enough time that we're past and it's not really a spoiler. It's just you on the Imperial side, you have to fight Javes in an X-wing, and I got lucky. I mean, I wasn't playing it on like hard mode or anything, but he had me like about to die the whole boss fight, but I got it done in one go. It wasn't like freaking Malicos.
That was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was hard to do. What do you mean hard to watch? It was hard to be in it. How dare you?
Oh, Kylie's in the chat too. What's up, Kylie? Thanks so much for the super chat. Kylie says, yes, Alex, get rid of it. Team Babyface. Someone agrees with me. Although, like, I don't know, clean-shaven Alex...
I don't mind a little stubble.
Is here. Stubble Alex is just a little bit
just
above.
A little better. I do hate shaving.
I saw the picture that you posted from our wedding, and I was like, I forgot what your face looked like without hair on it.
It's been a while. It's been like 2 months. I feel like I need to do at least one more Biggs stream, like just to.
Yes,
that'd be a good way to send it off.
With the helmet and the outfit and everything,
right.
It's pretty great.
I mean, I feel like I should get Biggs to do one more stream because he's really here. He's crashing on our couch.
Yeah, he needs a place to stay. He's laying low because he didn't really die. Don't tell Alex.
What?
What?
Why would you not tell me?
That he died.
You just said he didn't really die.
Yeah.
Don't tell Alex.
That he did.
Oh.
I don't know. Oh my gosh, look at his thumbnail. Oh, you can't see it anymore.
No one can see that.
I know. We need to cut his nails. B-Tigs, thanks for the super chat. Go for the handlebar stash, LOL.
No.
Is that like...
That's like the all the way down, I think.
You should have done that.
I should have shaved in segments. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
It's getting there. It's kind of like... Getting longer.
It's creeping back down.
If he ever grows the full facial hair out again, I'll get him to shave it down to a handlebar mustache. Just for fun. Goodness. On the brain, thanks so much for the super chat. What's your personal favorite bit of Star Wars trivia?
I always go back to this one.
I think I know which one you're gonna say, and
Which
it's
one
probably
is it?
mine too. The one from Battle and Brew trivia.
Yeah. We were competing in trivia, and this was years and years ago. We were doing pretty well. I think we were in third the entire time. And then the last question was, what's the only bit of written English that was in the original Star Wars movie that was then removed in like the special edition and beyond? And it just like, I didn't know 100%, but I had a pretty solid idea, and I was like, I think I know it. And it was one of those like where you wager points at the end, and we wagered all of our points. Mm-hmm. And I guessed power tractor beam from when Obi-Wan is turning down the tractor beam, and we got it right, and we won it like by a lot.
Because we bet all of our points, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that. Excuse me. I don't know that anyone else got it.
I'm not sure, but if they did, they didn't bet as much as we did. And so yeah, we like blew it out of the water in the last question. It was something that I was just like, I'm pretty sure it's this, but I'm not 100%. And that it was just a fun memory. So it's more about the memory of that that one piece of trivia more than anything else.
Mine, aside from that, this will just be for being sentimental of my one and only Schmodown wins. So I'll say Sereno, being where Dooku is from, or where he was the count of.
That was a good one.
That
I was excited about that one.
That was my 5-point Schmodown question that I won on.
I mean, that's definitely like at this point.
People who watched the Clone Wars, I think, would probably know that.
I mean, I think that's anyone that watches this channel. Like, Hilo, please. I think a lot of people who just watch this channel would know that. It's just not something that people who've only seen the movies would know. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was a good one. And at this point, when you have this much random Star Wars stuff in your head, I think you have to go with trivia that, like, actually means something to you personally.
Yeah.
Like, my least favorite piece of Star Wars trivia is that the creature that eats R2-D2 is a dragon snake and not a dragon serpent, like I wrote. Like a fool!
I mean, it's close. It's not like you got it outright wrong or didn't know it.
Yeah, but it cost me 2 years on winning the Dragon Con trivia. I could have won it 2 years early.
Yeah. Well, now we know.
Like, the reason that bugs me is that like this year at Dragon Con trivia, I had no idea about Goji, that clone. I would not have recalled that name. The fact that I knew Dragon Snake and I wrote Dragon Serpent, because like you're up there and you get in your head and you're like, that's too simple. It can't just be a dragon snake. It's so big. And I wrote Dragon Serpent. And like,
doesn't the dragon snake have a story in the Certain Point of View book?
Yeah, I think so. Can't wait to read that one.
Let's see. Oh, Tar Vizsla, thanks so much for the generous super chat. So, I have a question. What if Darth Maul killed Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars Rebels? Would he make Luke his apprentice and make him kill
Hilo.
Ezra?
Hilo's trying to pick up your R2-D2 helmet.
No, my helmet.
If Maul had killed Obi-Wan,
would Maul have made Luke his apprentice and made him kill Ezra?
Huh. I wonder if, because Maul knew that Obi-Wan was protecting someone, and that was the thing that made Obi-Wan like, okay, drawing my lightsaber. He had to protect Luke. So yeah, I think that's something I hadn't thought about, but if Maul had survived, I bet he would have gone hunting for Luke.
He would have tried.
I don't know,
but I don't know that he would have succeeded, because he wouldn't have been such a father figure for Luke. It just looks like this terrifying horned Zabrak, hey, come with me.
I don't think he would have tried to kill Ezra necessarily. I don't know that he cared that much about Ezra. I think he just wanted to get some power back. But yeah, I think him knowing that the Chosen One was nearby and that would be the key to unlocking more power for himself, I 100% think he would have tried to find Luke.
Yeah,
okay.
But I feel like one of the big reasons why Luke went along with Obi-Wan was because he knew his father and had
I'm with you there.
Good things to say about him, and
I think Maul would have tried. I don't necessarily think that Luke would have gone along with him. I mean, Luke didn't even know what the Force was. That would have been a lot to digest. Coming from a complete stranger.
Yeah.
At least he knew Obi-Wan to some extent.
Yes.
Okay. I'm immediately this set is cooler than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I got it and I was like, I mean, this is going to be a neat little thing, but now it's got these sliding moving parts and you can put Obi-Wan and Anakin on them and make them slide around and fight.
Anakin looks pissed.
Well, yeah. He's angry.
Caleb Diaz, thanks for another super chat. Can Biggs's resurrection be in the canon update? That would be funny.
It hasn't happened in an official story yet, so
you could say that there's been sightings of him.
Maybe, because I will have to cover squadrons for the canon update, so maybe I'll do it. That's a funny idea. But I also don't want to confuse people who actually might be like, wait, what?
We get a screenshot of you, of Biggs
of Biggs,
playing the game.
We'll just get a picture of Biggs playing again.
And have Ian Fraser tweet it and say Biggs lives.
I mean, I'm working on the Lucasfilm story group making Mustache Squadron canon. That's what I would like. That's when we streamed together for the first time, and me and the Blunder Boys and Yeti Boatman, we all had our mustaches, and Molly took a picture and tweeted Mustache Squadron flying together, and just Matt Martin tweeted applause gifs back at us, and I was like, make it canon, Matt. You have the power.
Yeah, I remember putting it in the chat, I think, when he responded to the tweet, and I just got so excited. I said, Matt Martin approves of Mustache Squadron.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
That's what we get for picking such a silly name. It'll never be canon. If we had gone with something that might have fit, Azatru did Shio Squadron, that's a pretty good name and something that could be in universe.
I just realized I was just holding on to a piece and playing with it, and that would have been really frustrating for you if you needed it.
It would have, but it also would have been funny. I would have been sitting here what the hell?
I mean, could they do Stash Squadron?
No.
No?
That's too goofy. Maybe if they did Dark Lighter Squadron, that'd be close enough. I'd take that.
Damon Squadron? Just hit
That's a little on the nose.
Hit it right on the nose. Marlon Rando, thank you for the super chat. Are you guys going to stream the new Lego Star Wars game when it comes out? I'd love to see you guys play co-op.
Yes.
Yes, we are. When does that come out?
Not until next year. Like spring. Yeah, it's a while.
Every time I read about stuff and then I realize it's going to be forever till it comes out, I get depressed. But yeah, that's something to look forward to way, 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 way into the future.
Spring isn't that far.
And so far. Red Tornado 98, thank you for another super chat. Do you think the Project Cinder Imperials knew about the Final Order / Sith Eternal fleet?
I don't think so. It's still so confusing what's happening there. I talked about this on our Patreon comic reaction to Darth Vader number 6 today, but the Vader comics are about to start connecting to The Rise of Skywalker at least a little bit. Ochi is about to be in it.
Ooh.
Which...
Not that I was crazy about
right.
him, but...
Well, that's how I feel, too, where I'm like...
Any connections to the sequel trilogy, I'm like...
Yeah,
cool.
Connections are fun, and that's just something that's good about Star Wars, is that it can take something that you weren't really crazy about, and then after the fact, make it a lot better. They've always been good at doing that, and so I think there's potential for me to find some new appreciation in Episode 9, and I look forward to that, hopefully. And if they're going to bring in Ochi, then maybe they can do some hints as to the Final Order. If Palpatine is working on that at this point, I would assume he has to be. It's still so vague, like what's going on with the Sith Eternal and the Empire and the First Order, and what all of their relationships are to each other.
I still think your guess as to one of the stories in the new Certain Point of View book coming out being Pride, I wish that had happened.
Maybe that can happen in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, just like someone who's been around since Return of the Jedi, but who is in the sequel trilogy would have been cool.
I mean, it's another... that's something else they could bring into the Darth Vader comics, too.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be why he wasn't included in From a Certain Point of View or something like that. But yeah, I think that would have been neat. I always think that it's cool if you can bring in a character that was created well after, like, The Empire Strikes Back, but now we know who they are and kind of see what they were up to during that time.
Mm-hmm. This one's from Bakey. Thank you for the super chat. Alex, have you opened up to playing something other than Interceptor? My favorites are Bomber and Support.
So I was streaming on Twitch last night with Eckert Slatter and his crew, and I kept trying different things. I was kind of making myself, and after like every game I'd be like, I'm gonna try X-Wing this time, and then I would die and be like, screw it, I'm going back into my Interceptor. Like, I'm just...
Well, what are the X-Wings good for?
They're more good all around, so they can adapt a little better than, like, an Interceptor is just not going to do that much capital ship damage, but they're going to be great against other starfighters. Bombers...
I feel like I would prefer being a bomber or support if I knew how to do either of those.
That's our problem is, I think all of the squadrons in Operation Ace, we were so specialized and everyone knew what their job was. Mm-hmm. And mine was kill starfighters, and Ryan and Zach was kill the capital ships, and Ashton was heal us, and Mark was supposed to be our flex, so he would start as an interceptor and go to a bomber if needed. But it'd probably be good if we were all like, and we can also hop into X-Wings, which will do, it's like okay at everything.
Yeah.
It can dogfight, but it can also deal out some capital ship damage.
You know what you should do?
No.
You should have an episode of Com Chatter dedicated to Mustache Squadron and have all the guys that you played with. I mean, you're the first ever nationally worldwide champion.
A pool of 25 people.
Well, they're all over the world. But
That's true.
Have all the members of Stash Squadron on an episode, and like you said the other day, have Ashton explain how he's so good at support. And
we've had a lot of people asking about our loadouts, so I think that would be something that we could all go into, even though all of us kind of just found something that worked well for us and stuck with it. So like,
I mean, it worked. So I bet.
Yeah,
I know people would really be interested to hear the strategies that each of you used as a team.
Yeah, but now it's like, if we play in another tournament, we want to keep our secrets, you know?
Well, you don't have to tell all, but I know.
No, I'd be fine with talking about what we did. Like, I don't really, I don't think it's a big secret. Me and Ek were talking about strategies with each other. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to have fun.
Yeah. Aren't we all just trying to have fun in life? Elijah Neal, thanks so much for the super chat.
Oh boy.
Are you making Biggs pay rent since he's crashing on your couch? Also, as I always ask, do you know the Hut Council member names?
Biggs is an honored guest. He can stay here as long as he likes.
Well, he has to do his own laundry and cook his own food.
Yeah, and he only has the flight suit. It gets smelly. So Jabba... Oh man, I feel like I've lost a lot. I feel like last week I had him ready. Jabba, Gorga, Marlo, Arak?
Mm-hmm.
Does one start with an O?
Mm-hmm.
Orbo. Orbu.
Close. Aruba.
Aruba. Jamaica.
Ooh, I want to take it. That's like that. I thought of that song as soon as I read it.
That's what I kept doing with the Knights of Ren. I kept thinking
made a song out of it.
Well, no, but like Ushar, and you made a joke about Usher, and so like that stuck with me. So Oruba.
Ushar.
Oruba. That's how you say that. Oruba.
I think.
Okay.
That's how it's phonetically laid out. Oh, also from Elijah Neal. Also, I forgot to ask, have you checked out the Phineas and Ferb Star Wars yet?
Damn, I actually meant for us to watch that. Maybe we should have some time tomorrow. Maybe we can watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been, like, any free time I have right now, I'm dedicating to spooky things because we're almost halfway through the month, and we've only watched a handful of spooky movies, and I just started Man of Medan, which is my spooky game.
I do want to watch it because someone sold me on it, and like I wasn't needing really to be convinced to watch it so much as I was like, I don't know anything about Phineas and Ferb, and one of our patrons was like, it's just a Star Wars special. Like, you don't need to know anything else about the show. Just watch it and enjoy it. So that made me go like, oh, okay, that makes me feel better that it's okay to go in blind.
I'll go ahead and say it now, since I've been saying it on almost every stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button. It's just there. Might as well. It's not gonna hurt you to hit it. Just I mean, think about it. You don't have to. But it's nice for us. The thumbs up. Okay, I'm done. Tar Vizsla with another super chat. Thanks so much, Tar. Tar. We're on a first name basis.
Mr. Vizsla.
Is your next Lego project you're going to build the Art Sith set? I would love to see that since I'm working on that right now myself.
The Art Sith set.
It has like these weird characters that don't show up. It just says the Art Sith set.
Yeah, look in the chat, I bet. Look lower. I'm assuming someone's going to help clarify. The Art Sith set. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, they're all just talking about obliterate the like button. I want every gun we have to fire on that like button. Okay, yeah, Rain Man, I'll keep an eye out. Wait. The Sith mosaics of Maul, Kylo.
The Sith art. I got it. I was actually looking for those today. So they're just big, like, squares. And you get
in
like...
Lego?
Yeah, they're like mosaics. So it's like pixel art.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, I know what he's talking about now.
See, that would be nice because we could hang that on the wall.
Yeah.
The problem we have with all the Lego sets is we're running out of space to put them, but if we can put them on the walls, that's great.
I was actively looking for those today. Couldn't find them. But yes, I think those would be good to do. Not much to... Not that... I meant to move the camera down and I forgot because, like, you couldn't really see any of this. But look at...
Whoa! Piece just fell off.
Oops, I forgot it. I forgot there was lava bits.
Being reckless.
But they can...
Are they just meant to be loose?
Yeah.
No, I meant these.
Oh, yeah. But, like, they slide around.
Well,
and they can fight.
Hold on, let's get a close.
Look at them go.
There we go. Cool.
But they're on, like, these little tracks. So they can slide around. I think that's neat.
Pew, 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 pew. I want to break this.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Well, that happened quick.
I told you it was a short build. It's
Yeah.
only like 200 pieces.
Huh. We're not even an hour into the stream yet.
Oh, I mean, I can do something else. I can do the battle pack.
Oh, well, hold on a second. They look to me... It looks like Anakin has the high ground. Did you put him on wrong? Rain Man.
No.
Rain Man put a message to me on Twitter.
That's how it was supposed to be built. I did what they told me to do.
Are you sure?
Yes. Confirm it for me. I dare you.
I mean, that's how it is.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's not until Obi-Wan jumps back onto solid ground. That's when he gets the high ground.
Yeah.
Me.
Oh.
You were just covering up a piece.
I thought you wanted to hold my hand.
I can do something else. I'll do
But yeah, no, the mosaic things sound really cool. So yeah, we're definitely gonna look into those.
This is gonna take like no time, but I got the Mandalorian battle pack. Come on. It's basically just a bunch of Mandalorian figures and like a little bike thing, but
Yeah, it looks like a little swoop bike.
I'm gonna lower the camera so people can actually watch me build.
Okay. Cam, thank you so much for the super chat. Whoa. super low.
They need to see the table.
Oh, okay. Cam says, y'all ever watch that video where someone tries to avoid prison in Fallen Order? I think we got this question.
No, I still haven't
Before.
seen that.
But yeah, no, we haven't seen that.
I don't know what happens. The first time I played that section, I got so close to beating that robot. Droid, excuse me. I don't know what would have happened if I had beaten it. I assume that it's technically invincible. I assume it would have beat the crap out of me.
I just realized there's no stickers.
I'm sorry. Not today.
Whoa. Why does this package have holes in it?
I don't know.
Do these pieces need to breathe?
I don't know.
Maybe it's less plastic use? That seems kind of silly, though. What's in here?
A cape.
A what?
A cape.
Ooh.
I do like all the little Mandalorians. I wish there were. We should have saved the Razor Crest. That would have been smart for us to do while the Mandalorian was out.
There's several capes in here.
Oh.
Do they all have capes?
Looks like yes, they do.
I want to put their capes on.
Okay. Here, I'll match up their bodies with the cape color.
How's it go on?
Basically, fold them so the holes line up. Like that.
Are there specific colors for specific ones?
Yeah, I'm giving you the bodies for each.
Fold them?
No. Not like that. Like, just so the holes line up.
Oh, okay. And put it over the neck.
Yep. She almost just, like, folded a cape right down.
What's the other hole for?
It's so it bends without creasing like you were about to do.
Oh, boy.
I'm the kind of crazy person that when I read a new, like, physical book, especially a paperback, I don't open it all the way because I don't want to break the spine. I don't want to damage it.
That's like one of the first things I do when I get a book.
I'm like, sometimes I don't even open it all the way, and I'm like looking on the inside of the page so I can read. I want my books to look pretty.
I want them to be lived in. I want them to feel lived in. John Booze, thanks so much for the super chat. What's your favorite Star Wars movie experience memory among friends? Was it during the special edition as kids, or the prequels, or any notable memories?
I remember seeing episode 1, me and my friends dressing up, bringing lightsabers. We were 12. But I think Force Awakens is probably my favorite memory.
Yeah, we had all of our friends. We had like a huge...
So many people went to see it with us.
I think we filled up like an entire row of the theater.
I think we filled up 2. We were like, we didn't want to spread out long ways because then no one could talk to each other before the movie.
Yeah, right.
So we were like, we filled up 2 middles of 2 rows. But also, some
of our friends would be like, "Oh my gosh, is that Star Wars Explained?"
And that was also when we were still very new, and it was like, no one knows who I am. Stop yelling that out. And I still don't like it when they do that. But the best man in our wedding was there with us, and he's like,
"Your head's cut off a little bit."
I know. I'm building this thing.
Okay.
I'd rather people see what I'm building than I'll duck down a little. But the best man at our wedding is like the opposite of me. He's like a big old jock, but we're still best friends. and he was like almost humoring us to go see The Force Awakens with us, but we finished the movie and we walked out and he was like, I get it. That was so much fun. That was like the first Star Wars movie for him that really spoke to him. And just the other day, he was like rewatching all of them and was texting me throughout. And I was like, this is really nice.
Aw. Yeah, I'd have to go with the same thing because it was after we started the channel. Force Awakens is like sometimes my top favorite Star Wars movie of all time.
It's one of my favorites.
Well, my order of favorites changes.
So does everyone's. I just think it's so
depending on how I'm feeling. But
so rewatchable.
Yeah, and it just like really reinvigorated my appreciation for Star Wars. And I remember coming home after that and sitting down and talking about it for like an hour.
Yeah. I was up till like 5 a.m. that night doing like my review and stuff. And I also just remember the feeling of relief when when that Poe Finn scene happens, when they're first becoming best friends. That was the moment where I was like, oh my God, they did it. They made a Star Wars movie that I really, really love. Again, this wasn't all a big mistake. Some people disagree, but I don't. I think it was very, very worth it.
I mean, I feel like the hate for the sequel trilogy didn't really start until Last Jedi.
No, that's true. I mean, there were definitely some people. It started, but not like hardcore. Everyone was just like, oh, it's a rehash of A New Hope. And I was like, yeah, that's why I love it.
I lost my place. Marlon Rando, thanks for another super chat. Molly, are you going to get Dark Ray's folding saber staff for your cosplay? It's one of my favorite saber designs. I would love to.
You were talking about making that a stream goal because it is rather pricey.
The way that it is now, if I want to get it with the blades and everything, I think it's on Saberforge, I want to say. But it would be like $1,500 basically, like completely decked out. You can buy it bladeless, but I mean, that's no fun. If I'm going to use it for a cosplay, I need it to look real. So, yeah, one day I will have it. I'm not planning on cosplaying anywhere anytime soon, so I've got some time to save up for it.
Yeah.
But we also just bought some new patio furniture. So, priorities, I guess.
That's where your priorities lie. All right.
I want to use our deck. I want to sit outside without being killed by the sun.
You are a redhead.
I don't like the sun.
Step outside, you get murdered.
I take my umbrella on every single walk that we go on, unless it's just insanely cloudy.
You take your umbrella on walks unless it's going to rain, and then it rains and you don't have the umbrella.
That's only happened like once or twice. I saw Brian in the chat with a question. Brian, for those of you who don't know, is one of my co-hosts over on a Certain Point of View, Schmodown. Check us out. Question for you and Alex. Jake and I were debating, would you consider Rogue One and Solo a heist movie?
No. Nah. I mean, heists are involved, but it's not like Ocean's 11. Like, a heist movie to me is, we're going to develop a plan, we're going to break into this thing, everything's going to look like it's going terribly wrong, but actually we want it to look like it's going very wrong. And that was all part of the plan, and we get away with it, and like it's very like there's got to be a big whoa moment at the end.
There's gonna be a twist.
Solo has a little bit of that, especially like with the fake out of the coaxium of like,
Yeah.
they faked it. No, we didn't. This is real, and we're all fighting over it. Like, there are elements of a heist movie, but like Rogue One, there's definitely no plan. They're like,
I'd say Rogue One, definitely not.
we're just gonna
because
go to Scarif and hope for the best.
That's basically a suicide mission.
Yeah.
And heist movies, they fully intend to survive.
Yeah. Rogue One
their way out.
is a war movie with, they're trying to steal something, but I wouldn't consider it a heist. And I think I remember like both Solo and Rogue One being kind of touted as heist movies, but I disagree. I think they're just action adventure movies.
I'd like to know if you guys are arguing with each other on that, or who thinks what.
If you want an actual Star Wars heist story, Timothy Zahn wrote Scoundrels. It was like one of the last Legends books. Very fun, and it is exactly what I just talked about. I mean, I guess that's kind of spoilers, but also if you know it's a heist story, you should expect. But it's all this like, okay, is it really going wrong? What's going wrong? There's some fun twists in it. Scoundrels is a lot of fun, and I think Timothy Zahn was actually talking about he was like going back through all of his novels recently, and he said that before they had the title for it, he wanted to call it like Solo's 11. But they were like, we can't do that.
They were like, Tim.
And so he was fine, Scoundrels.
That's funny. I'm waiting to see what Brian says, but while I do that, Claude Price, thank you for the super chat. Can I get y'all to rate my full name? Claude Anakin Price. Thanks.
Aw.
Do you know anyone with nerd names like mine? Hold on.
I know someone whose first name is Anakin.
Isn't it? Is it Brian Young?
Yep.
Yeah, Brian Young's son is named Anakin. We don't know them.
Yeah,
but-
I should say I know. I've never met Anakin Young, but
right. We know he exists.
yeah.
Other than that,
we have some friends whose daughter's name is Arya.
yeah.
Hobbs.
Well,
That's kind of a nerd name. We like some of our best friends has a
his first name is Edgar.
yeah, but they call him Hobbs. It's Edgar Hobbs,
Yeah.
and his call him by his middle name.
But they weren't going for
Also,
Hobbs
let's be honest,
as an.
Edgar's a nerdy name.
I think Edgar is an adorable name, mostly because it makes me think of Aristocats. But they certainly weren't going for Hobbs as in hobby from Star Wars or anything nerdy like that.
But Calvin and Hobbes. That I was talking about Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh, okay. Brian says they were just debating with friends last night. Well, yeah. Whoever thinks those are heist movies are wrong. You can send them the timestamp for this live stream, and we'll tell them why. But yeah, I can't think of any other names other than pets.
Yeah, lots of nerdy pet names.
A lot of nerdy pet names, but people used to ask us all the time, and I don't think they ask us anymore just because we got tired of answering it, if we would name our kids Luke and Leia.
I'm for it.
I'd be like, no.
I'm for it.
No. There's too many Lukes out there already. Leia is too on the nose. Maybe a middle name. Again, I know too many pets that are named Leia.
There's a bunch of dogs named Molly.
Fair. That's fair. But Claude Anakin Price, that's a top tier name.
Yeah. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Niccolo Romani, I hope I said that right. Thanks so much for the super chat. What do you think would happen if Thrawn stayed with the Ascendancy, therefore not killing Night Swan, Kanan, and therefore not having Ezra disappear?
So what would have happened in the main galaxy if Thrawn never showed up? I don't know. That's
a lot.
like my first thought went to like what would happen in the Ascendancy if he never left, but he obviously felt that that was something he had to do.
I feel like what's his name? Krennic would have maybe gotten a lot more done.
Thrawn didn't really get in his way.
No?
No.
I guess that was more Tarkin.
Yeah, they interact a little bit in Thrawn Treason. I hadn't really considered like that ripple effect of everything that he doesn't, I mean, not from his perspective ruins, but yeah. I wonder if the Death Star, like, because Night Swan was trying to disrupt the Death Star, so him not killing Night Swan might have resulted in more problems for the Death Star. Maybe it would have been hindered even more.
I just like this line up here.
I don't know that he's responsible for Kanan's death, though. Ezra's disappearance, yes, but I actually think that if he hadn't gone, like Price was responsible for Kanan's death, I don't think Thrawn would have killed him, because Price sacrificed the TIE Defender project to kill Kanan. I don't think Thrawn would have done that. I don't know. That's like a lot for me to think about on my tired brain.
Tired brain?
But it is making me think. I might consider that some more. I'm sorry I don't have better thoughts right now, but like that's a super interesting kind of what if scenario.
I would have to rewatch all of his stuff from Rebels and get a refresher, because that's just too much for my brain to handle. D-Train, thanks so much for the super chat. Which trilogy do y'all prefer, prequels or sequels? I think sequels are better made, but the prequels were more memorable and they had a plan.
I don't know right now. I agree that I think that the sequels I think are more entertaining to me. At least like right now, if I were to say what movie do I want to watch, it's probably, of those 6, I'd probably choose The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But like I also think the sequels are the least cohesive. And yeah, there's the whole like they had a plan thing, and George was changing things throughout the prequel trilogy as well. So I wouldn't say that he had like a plan for the original trilogy. He didn't have a plan for the prequel trilogy, even though he knew where Anakin and all these characters had to end up. Like there are so many plot threads that he was going to include in Revenge of the Sith that he just couldn't. It was too much. He wanted to have like this whole Boba Fett revenge thing that wound up getting pushed into the Clone Wars, and like so much changed during the development of those movies. So anytime someone says that they're like meticulously planned, it's like they're not. But they do have one person who is overseeing the production. Like it's George Lucas's vision, and the sequels didn't have that. The sequels definitely feel like this push and pull between JJ does this, Ryan does this, and then JJ's like, no, we're going back to this, and like that is very apparent once the trilogy is done. So
did you see, I saw some people talking about that new Pablo Hidalgo book that we don't have yet, but we should probably get it. George Lucas apparently was planning for Luke to die in whatever episode 8 his vision for episode 8 would be.
And again, for that, like, that sounds like something that was up in the air, because Mark Hamill said that he got to... I haven't seen a source for this. I saw someone talking about it. Apparently, Mark Hamill said at one point that he got to see the treatments, and that George told him Luke would die in episode 9 and not 8. But again, like,
but
all
he was
of this
gonna
stuff,
die.
right? Like, all this stuff is always moving. It's always up in the air, and
like the future.
yeah, always in motion. The future is, and so, like, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people both ways being like, this is proof that The Last Jedi is great, and other people being like, no, it's proof that The Last Jedi is terrible. And I'm like, it's proof of neither. Just enjoy what you enjoy, and, like, you don't need to find evidence for it. It's interesting. I would love to see the Lucas treatments, hear about his plans, something like if we get something like these books one day, the making of books, for the sequel trilogy, I will lose my mind, because, or even just the Disney era, because they've all been so weird in production, and frankly, it's a miracle that most of them wound up being very enjoyable to me. But, like, hearing what Rogue One went through, hearing what Solo went through, The Force Awakens had to be delayed. Like, The Last Jedi was the only one that didn't have issues. So it's like, I would really love to hear what went on behind the scenes, but I don't know. I'm already, like, exhausted by this. George Lucas wanted to kill Luke too, and people fighting over what that means, and it's like, it doesn't have to mean anything. Why are we yelling about this? What was the question?
Which do we prefer?
Right.
They prefer... they think the sequels are better made, but the prequels were more memorable, and they had a plan. So I prefer the sequels just because I did grow up with the prequels, but not attached to them as much as I am to the sequels, the sequel trilogy. So like you said, if I wanted to put on a Star Wars, it would either be the original trilogy or the sequel trilogy. I wouldn't automatically go to the prequels.
Yeah. It's honestly very close for me, because I think The Force Awakens is my favorite of that bunch. But I totally agree that I think the prequel trilogy is the stronger trilogy, because George Lucas knew what he wanted to say, and he said it.
Yeah.
and
a lot more happened just in general.
And he may have changed how he said it, but he knew the story. He knew what the prequel trilogy was about and what it meant. And he was also making it because he wanted to make it. This is one of my things with the sequel trilogy. Even though in the Disney era, I've liked most of the films, no one's making these movies specifically because they're like, I have a story to tell. They made the sequel trilogy because Disney bought it and was like, well, how do we make back $4 billion? Episodes 7, 8, and 9, here we come. No, it wasn't like JJ came along saying, I have this great idea for Star Wars, and I'd really love a chance to tell it. No, they were like, JJ, make a Star Wars. And he's like, oh, okay.
Here you go.
And it wasn't because he had something to say with Star Wars. So I'm hopeful.
He was just doing a job.
Right. He was just hired to do a job. Like, I'm not trying to blame JJ here. But I'm hopeful that the newer films that are coming, stuff like Taika Waititi's doing a movie. I'm like, okay, I wonder if he pitched an idea. I'm hoping that he was like, hey, I have an idea. Here it is. Mm-hmm. Here's what I want to say. I think that's a much better approach for Star Wars. Mm-hmm. What themes are you trying to impart? What story do you want to tell?
Especially if it's just one film. If
Right.
it's a trilogy, needs to be same direct. Well, it doesn't need to be the same director because the original trilogy isn't the same directors.
Right.
But
someone's vision.
yeah, someone's vision overall. All 3 episodes of the trilogy need to be storyboarded out completely, or at least outlined completely. All the hard story points are going to hit at some point or another, and then you start making the first of this trilogy.
Even that, I'm like, you don't have to do that, in my opinion, because George didn't do that. But as long as there's one person there, let's say, because we haven't heard anything about Rian Johnson's trilogy in forever, but let's say that that's still happening. Even if he just writes and even if he just directs the first, I hope he writes all 3. And even if he doesn't have everything mapped out from the start, I think it'll be fine, because it'll be his vision going out there, and not just like we're trying to make $4 billion real quick. He'll be like, okay, I might want to change something about how the second movie works, but it's still saying what I want to say using Star Wars.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have such an appreciation for Rian Johnson, not just because of Star Wars, but his other films.
Mm-hmm.
And I do still really hope that happens. Excuse me. I would love to see a fully thought out trilogy by one person. Make it Rian Johnson, make it whoever, but me personally, I would like to see a trilogy by him.
Like, I had my issues with The Last Jedi, but I still think that he did some amazing stuff with Star Wars. The throne room stuff blew me away. Like, he can do some really great stuff with Star Wars. I think that I would prefer he do it with his own characters.
Yeah. I don't know how the chat's doing, but
well, we went, yeah, I kind of rambled and ranted for a while. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No need to argue in the chat.
Are people arguing?
I don't know. I'm just saying it. I assume there's at least one person that's mad.
Okay, well, I finished another set. And I'm hungry and, frankly, still tired.
Okay.
So we should
but that's 2 whole sets for us.
Yeah.
That's a good stopping point. I like this little
car.
Little
I don't know
vehicle.
what that is. I don't know what any of these are from. Like, I assumed they were supposed to be like the Mandalorian covert.
Cover your face.
Oh my gosh.
Pew pew pew.
Just Mandalorian battle pack, it says. Just a bunch of Mandos. That's fine.
Yeah. Sorry for anyone who just joined.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up, but
Nicola Romani's back with another super chat. I'm back with more. What if Thrawn hadn't been inducted into the Myth family? And what if the Defenders were produced? And what if Tarkin lived?
That's a lot.
These are
That's
the
a lot of
questions
what-ifs.
we need to have answered.
If Thrawn hadn't been pulled into the Myth family, he probably would have gone into another Chiss family. I think he's too brilliant for anyone to have left him behind. So his name would have changed, but otherwise, I think he probably would have been the same person. I don't think a whole lot else would change. If the Defenders were produced, the Rebellion would have been screwed. They're too overpowered. I think it would have put the Empire on better fighting grounds. It would have been a change in their philosophy, placing the lives of their pilots as priorities instead of just cranking out TIE fighters. I think that the Empire probably would have been in power for a lot longer. If Tarkin lived, probably the same. I don't really see much changing though. Like, I think he would have totally been on board with building a second Death Star. That seems like his MO.
Yeah.
Ruling through fear. That's all he wants.
Oh, and coming in with another super chat. Thank you so much, Nicola Romani. Y'all are great sports for answering my question.
No problem. Thanks for being here.
I don't want to end this on someone's hot take, but I just can't. I can't hold it in. Someone said that Hayden Christensen outacted anything that Rey and Kylo did, and that's just ridiculous.
I think Hayden Christensen did a fine job.
He did a fine job
with what he was given, and like
Adam Driver is top tier.
Adam Driver's great. Yeah, I agree. Adam Driver, Kylo Ren was far more compelling to me than Anakin was in the films. I think the Clone Wars is a different story, but
yeah.
like I would never besmirch Anakin or Hayden. I think he does a lot. One of my favorite examples is seeing him go through like all the emotions when Padme tells him he's pregnant, and he's like happy, scared, sad, like confused. Like he goes through a lot in just a couple seconds.
Oh yeah, he definitely has his moments, especially in Revenge of the Sith.
It's more just like, what are you gonna do when you're standing on a green screen with a green like jumpsuited person, and
it's hard.
Not to mention some of the dialogue in Attack of the Clones is just insanity, and it's kind of they tell the stories. I'm
haunted by the kiss that you should never have given me.
I'm hoping that kiss will not become a scar. Like,
sorry, we're just being cheeky now.
I'm just having fun. Like, I like the prequels, but I think that part of the charm of Star Wars is that it is silly, and you can make fun of it. Not just the prequels, all of it. Star Wars has always been silly.
Yes.
But shoot, what was I going to say? Stuff about him being stuck on a green screen, and you hear stories in like the first Star Wars movie where they just had like these insane lines that they were trying to deliver, and no one really knew who George Lucas was. And Harrison Ford famously said, "George, you can type this shit, but you can't say it." And so like at that point in time, people were pushing back against George, and he was like, okay, like we'll simplify some of this stuff.
It's like the outtakes that they showed at Celebration, where
exactly, he's like, you
Harrison
might bounce
Ford is
into a supermarket.
Harrison Ford is trying to say all the lines about what's happening on the Falcon, and like all this technical, like made up technical stuff about this ship, and he's just like messing up, and they're just laughing about it. Like, what even is this?
I mean, there's like outtakes of Mark Hamill in that same scene talking about just I don't even know the lines because they are insane. So I think at that point in time, people were kind of reining George Lucas in a little bit. But then by the time of the prequels, like, he made Star Wars. No one's going to say no to that. No one's going to push back on him. He knows what he's doing. And so I think they probably maybe should have some of the dialogue in Attack of the Clones is just like, what? Like, I don't know. It just feels different and not, I don't know. It still feels relatable in the original trilogy. And then you get to the prequels and they're like, who talks like this? But that's part of the fun at this point. I still like the prequels.
Yeah. Agreed.
Is that how we're going to end it? About the ranting on someone's hot take?
That's why I said, I was like, I don't want to, but I can't just leave it there. We didn't rant.
I mean, like, I don't want to make someone feel bad for liking the prequels over the sequels. That's perfectly valid. If you prefer Hayden and Anakin over Kylo and Adam Driver, it's totally fine.
Well, Kylo and Rey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Rain Man says, "Where's Ted? Comment when you need him." Okay. Yeah, we're gonna cut the stream here.
I'm gonna go get some food and then probably go to sleep.
Really? I did see someone earlier ask if we were gonna stream anything on Twitch.
You might.
I'll probably
I might game with some friends and just I need to
Yeah.
chill my mind out.
I'll probably continue. This will be like part 2 of I don't know how many streams of playing Man of Medan tonight, which is my spoopy game. So, yes, thank you, Rain Man, for putting my Twitch channel in there. What time is it? It's almost 8 now, so I'd say maybe around 9 or 9:30. I will. I'll tweet that out when I'm ready to stream that.
I think I will probably stream a bit tomorrow, and I'll stream some Squadrons probably here on the YouTube channel on Friday. That's my plan.
Sounds good.
But thank you all for hanging out today. Built 2 little sets, 2 cute little ones. Yeah, I gotta find those mosaics. I do want to build those. I think they'd be fun.
Yeah.
And they would take longer than these little things, but still, good time. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, and may the force be with you.
And Brian asked, "What's for dinner?" I'm gonna cook butternut squash noodles and ground turkey and make vegetable spaghetti. Bye.